with the few vegetables that they had. The only one they really had a lot of was saffron, until the potato was introduced to them by Sir Walter Raleigh. They wouldn't eat the potato when that was introduced, by the way. The reason why they got into eating white potatoes is the queen figured that the only way she could get they gave the potato, but they were superstitious and wouldn't eat it. Because they were still eating into, we'll go into the homosexual thing. Look, you know what they named food after the behind. They got the buns, you know. Then they got the honey buns, you know. Honey buns when you mix the semen with the bowel movement. That's the honey buns. And they used to call that honey when it oozed out of the behind. But nonetheless, I don't even want to get into this. But all I'm trying to say is how they were superstitious and they didn't want to eat the potatoes. So what they did was they put guards around the potato patch until the potatoes got ripe. And then when the potatoes got ripe, they removed the guards. And then they went into the field and took the potatoes. And that's how they got the Europeans to eat potatoes. See, they thought that, when, I don't even get into that. Because they thought the potato was a sex stimulant anyway. Because it looked like a bowel, you know. You don't even want to know that. No, I don't. Look, let me do some scientific stuff here. I want to show you that your involuntary brain is functioning all the time, whether you like it or not. And I want to let you know that food is sold by Sex in America. Sex sells toothpaste, all these little oral sex in your, connotations. This toothpaste gives your mouth sex appeal. I mean, please, that isn't obvious oral sex. So they use all this sex to sell the food. They sell toothpaste with sex, cars with sex, toilet paper with sex. These folks are saying. And you look at the commercials, and you say, well, ain't nothing going on, ain't no sex in that commercial. But see, your involuntary brain registers it. When they take that little candy bar, see, they shape the food like sex organs too. That's another stuff. They got these little penis-shaped candy bars. Then they break the candy bar, and then that stuff oozes out of it, you know. Yeah. Then they got the vagina-shaped pizza, and then they had this white cheese oozing out of it. I mean, by the time the kids finish looking at the commercials in the morning, they start at 8 o'clock. By 12 o'clock, they're going to rape themselves or rape somebody else. When you rape yourself, they call it masturbation, by the way. It goes into some part of the white Masonic initiations that J. Edgar Hoover and all those George Washington did. Nonetheless, I'm just saying all these sexual connotations, all explosions, whether somebody's head gets blown off, arm gets blown off, all that is symbolic of orgasm. That's why the children be laughing when somebody's head gets blown off. And you say, what's wrong with these kids? Aside from being addicted to the hormones and addicted to the sugar, they're born addicted to these substances, by the way. You can always tell when a child is born addicted. Now, a child has the nervous system is kind of destroyed, basically, by the speeds, by the stimulants, because it rushes the nervous system up and the growth up past its normal rhythm. And that causes you reach a threshold too quick and then it burns out. And so the nervous system never really completes itself. So they're damaged biochemically and electromagnetically when they're born. And you can tell that. See, if you go to pick up a baby these days, and you pick up the baby too fast, and they stiff their legs, that's known as the defense reaction of the child. Because their system can't take that much stimulation. Or they may do their arms like that, that's a defense reaction. Or they splay their fingers, that's a defense. Or do this like this. If you look them in the eye, they can't look me in the eye too long, they have to do eye aversion because you're overstimulating their system. You say, why can't you look me in the eye when I talk to you? They can't do it. It's a biochemical impossibility. And then you beat them up for being damaged by the food in which you've given them. But you can always tell when they're damaged like that, because they can't sleep on their back. You have to put them on their stomach or on their side, because that's too much stress putting them on their back. You pick them up, they stiffen their legs. That's known as addictive response. There's too much stimulation at one time. They do the eye aversion, you pick them up, they roll their eyes when you pick them up. That's another sign of an addicted child. See, you punish the children, you call it learning disorders and all that kind of stuff, but it's all because of these Europeans. They are basically destroying us with their so-called foods, which is mostly just synthetic foods. We are not eating foods, and people going around have never drank a glass of water in their life. Let me show you about these sexiness commercials here. Because I know you all are so innocent about this. You know, you don't really see what's going on here. You do not see the sex hidden in the ice cubes. You do not see the fish. You do not see the penis. You do not see the man having sex with the dog. You do not see any of this, but your involuntary brain registers the image. Registers the image, whether you like it or not. 2 ice cubes in a glass with a straw. Can I be any more obvious? 2 testicles in a penis. And then you see the woman's lips on the straw. The lips represent the vagina. Oh, yes, it does. These folks know exactly what they're doing and know exactly what buttons to push, but you're sitting around so naive while kids are being ambushed by them. There are 6 million prescriptions written, new prescriptions written for Ritalin every year. 90% of them are taken by African children. Ritalin causes cancer, cysts, and tumors. They are being damaged. And people go around, you know, I get around these people, they give me this little rap about, you know, our ancestors, they got off the spiritual trail here. They did some spiritual things wrong, and that's why Africa fell.